In the vast world of coins and collectibles, there are stories that sound almost too unbelievable to be true. Yet, sometimes reality has a way of surprising even the most seasoned treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most extraordinary finds in modern coin history, a simple Lincoln penny from the year 2018 that ended up making its lucky owner an overnight millionaire. Not just a small fortune, not just a few $1,000s, but an earth-shattering $7.5 million for a coin that most of us would casually toss into our pocket change without giving it a second glance. Imagine this: you're standing at a convenience store counter, buying a soda, some snacks, maybe a lottery ticket. You hand the cashier a couple of crumpled bills, and in your change, you get a handful of coins. Your eyes quickly pass over them. A penny, a dime, a nickel. Just everyday money. But what if one of those coins, one humble Lincoln penny, was worth more than a luxurious mansion, a sports car collection, and a lifetime of travel combined? This is exactly the kind of life-changing scenario that unfolded when a rare 2018 Lincoln penny surfaced, and its value sent shockwaves across the coin-collecting community. Now, you might be wondering, how can a coin minted just a few years ago be worth millions? The answer lies in a mix of rarity, minting errors, and pure luck. The 2018 Lincoln penny, in most cases, is worth exactly 1 cent. Billions were made, and they're still jangling around in pockets, purses, and cash registers all over America. But once in a while, a freak accident at the mint creates something truly exceptional, something so rare that collectors will stop at nothing to own it. In the case of this $7.5 million penny, experts believe it was the result of a once-in-a-lifetime minting error combined with an extremely small surviving population. This particular penny may have been struck on the wrong planchet, possibly using a different metal composition, and with features so unique that no other known example matches it exactly. The man who found it, and yes, this is where the story gets even better, wasn't a professional collector. He wasn't scouring auctions or digging through rolls of coins from the bank. He was just an average person, going about his day. The penny turned up in his change after buying a cup of coffee. At first, it didn't seem like anything special, but something about the color and the sharpness of the details caught his eye. Instead of tossing it into a coin jar, he did something that would change his life forever: he researched it. And that simple act of curiosity led to the discovery that his small piece of copper-plated zinc was worth more than the most expensive luxury car in the world. When word of the find hit the numismatic community, the buzz was immediate. Major auction houses lined up, eager to be the ones to sell this modern marvel. Bidders from across the globe, from the United States to Europe to Asia, prepared to go to war for it. On auction night, the bidding was fast, furious, and breathtaking. Numbers climbed from the thousands to the hundreds of thousands in mere minutes. When the final hammer fell, the room erupted. $7.5 million for a 2018 penny. Now think about this: that coin was minted only a few years ago. That means others could still be out there. Right now, as you watch this, there might be another one in circulation, sitting in a cash register at your local store, lying at the bottom of a drawer in your home, or resting in a jar full of loose change. The lesson here is simple: never underestimate the power of checking your coins. You could be holding history in your hand and not even know it. Collectors say that the thrill of the hunt is half the fun, but when the prize is worth millions, the excitement is beyond anything words can describe. The 2018 Lincoln penny story has already inspired thousands of people to start looking closer at their change. Coin rolls at banks are being snapped up. Magnifying glasses in coin books are flying off the shelves. And for good reason, because in this game, lightning really can strike twice. The moral of this story is as powerful as the coin itself. Value can be hiding in the most ordinary places, waiting for someone with a sharp eye and a curious mind to uncover it. That penny was never meant to be a millionaire maker, but fate had other plans. One moment, it was just another coin. The next, it was a life-changing treasure. So, the next time you hear that satisfying clink of coins hitting your hand, don't rush to spend them. Take a closer look. You never know when you might be holding your own $7.5 million miracle. The 2018 Lincoln penny may have made one person rich beyond their wildest dreams, but its true gift is the reminder that luck can come to anyone, even in the smallest, shiniest, most ordinary of packages. In the world of coins, sometimes the smallest piece of metal can hold the biggest fortune. Imagine going through your spare change, holding an ordinary-looking penny, and realizing it's worth more than a luxury mansion. This is not just a dream. This is the reality for the lucky few who have stumbled upon one of the rarest treasures in American coin history, the 1992 Lincoln penny that can sell for up to $7.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single cent that could change your life overnight. The story begins in 1992, when the United States Mint was producing billions of Lincoln pennies for circulation. At first glance, these coins seemed normal, bearing the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But in a few rare cases, a small but significant detail set certain coins apart from the rest. This detail was so subtle that most people never noticed it, and for years these rare pennies went undetected in pockets, cash registers, and piggy banks. Collectors call it the 1992 Close AM penny. On the back of a regular penny from that year, the letters A and M and the word America are slightly spaced apart. But in this rare variety, the A and M are almost touching. It sounds simple, but this tiny difference is what transforms a 1-cent coin into a multi-million-dollar prize. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist today, and their value has skyrocketed with each discovery. Now, you might be wondering why such a small design difference makes a coin so valuable. The answer lies in how coins are made. During the minting process, special dies are used to strike each coin. In 1992, a proof coin die, intended only for special collector coins, was accidentally used for some regular pennies meant for everyday circulation. This mistake created the Close AM variety, and because it was never intended to be released, the numbers are extremely limited. Over the years, dedicated coin hunters and sharp-eyed collectors have searched through countless rolls of pennies hoping to find one of these hidden gems. Some have found them in old jars of change passed down from family members. Others have spotted them in pocket change after buying a cup of coffee. Each discovery has brought headlines and jaw-dropping auction results. One of these 1992 Close AM pennies shocked the coin world when it sold for over $7 million, instantly making its owner a millionaire. The beauty of this story is that these coins are still out there. Think about it. Pennies last for decades in circulation. A rare 1992 Close AM could be sitting in your wallet right now, hiding in your coin jar, or waiting for you in the next roll of pennies you buy from the bank. Every single penny you pick up could be the ticket to a life you never imagined. To check if you have one, you don't need expensive tools. Simply take a close look at the reverse of the coin. Find the word America and focus on the A and M. If they're almost touching, with barely any space between them, you might be holding one of the rarest coins in U.S. history. And if that penny happens to be in excellent condition, your find could be worth millions. Just picture it: paying for your groceries with a penny worth more than the store itself, or pulling a coin from your pocket and realizing you've been carrying a fortune all along. Stories like these remind us that hidden treasures can still be found in the most unexpected places. So the next time you get change, take a moment to look at every penny. The date 1992 could be your golden clue. Because somewhere, in pockets, drawers, and dusty jars across the country, a few lucky pennies are waiting for the right person to find them. And that person could be you. Keep your eyes sharp, your curiosity alive, and never underestimate the power of a single cent. After all, in the world of coin collecting, one small coin can rewrite your destiny. And the 1992 Lincoln Close AM penny proves that overnight fortunes are not just the stuff of legends, they are real, and they are still out there, waiting to be discovered. In the vast world of coin collecting, there are stories that seem almost unbelievable, stories that can turn an ordinary day into one of the most unforgettable moments of your life. This is one of those stories. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so small, so common looking that you could easily overlook it, a coin that has been sitting in pockets, purses, jars, and cash registers for decades, a coin that many would spend without a second thought. Yet hidden among millions of similar coins there exists a rare treasure, a treasure that could make you a millionaire overnight. We are talking about the legendary 1989 D. Lincoln penny, a simple copper-plated zinc 1-cent coin minted in Denver, Colorado in the late 1980s. At first glance it looks like any other penny. Abraham Lincoln's familiar profile on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back, worn from years of circulation. But what makes this coin so extraordinary is not just its age or its design, it is the shocking fact that one rare variant of this penny has sold for an astonishing $7.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, $7.8 million for a single cent coin. How can a coin worth 1 cent become a multi-million-dollar fortune? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and collector demand. You see, in 1989 most Lincoln pennies were struck without error and entered circulation in massive numbers. However, a small batch from the Denver Mint was produced under unusual conditions, possibly involving a unique die. variety a striking anomaly or an incredibly high grade of preservation. These special coins ended up being so rare that when one appeared on the collector's market it caused a frenzy among numismatists from around the globe. Imagine the excitement of finding such a penny. It could be hiding anywhere in your kitchen change jar, in your car's cup holder, at the bottom of a drawer, in the change you get back from a grocery store. Even now, decades later, these coins are still out there circulating quietly, moving from hand to hand, waiting for someone with a sharp eye to spot them. And the amazing thing is, you do not need to be an expert collector to find one. All you need is patience, attention to detail, and a little bit of luck. The 1989 D. Lincoln penny in its ultra-rare form has a few key features that set it apart from the common ones. Some have been discovered with exceptional proof-like surfaces, others with extremely crisp details and perfect mint luster. Some may even bear minting errors that went unnoticed at the time of production. These differences are what makes certain coins valuable beyond imagination. When one of these pristine specimens was graded and auctioned, it fetched the jaw-dropping price of $7.8 million, changing the life of its owner forever. Think about that for a moment. A penny, the most humble coin in the United States currency system, something most people drop on the sidewalk without bothering to pick up, turns someone into a multi-millionaire. This is the kind of story that fires up treasure hunters across the nation. People have begun digging through old rolls of pennies, searching through family coin jars, checking every piece of change that comes their way, because in that tiny disc of metal lies the chance at a fortune. If you want to start your own search for the lucky 1989 D. Lincoln penny, here is what you should do. First, learn to identify the mint mark. The letter D beneath the date stands for the Denver Mint. Next, look closely at the coin's overall condition. Does it have a brilliant uncirculated shine? Are all the design details sharp and clear? Are there any unusual markings, doubling, or misstrikes? These could be clues that you have something special. Collectors often send their coins to professional grading services where experts assess the condition and authenticity of the coin. A high grade from a reputable grading company can skyrocket the value of a rare penny, and if you are truly lucky enough to possess the once in a generation specimen with the right combination of rarity and condition, you could be holding your ticket to $7.8 million. So the next time you get change back from a store or find a handful of pennies rattling around in a drawer, do not ignore them. Take a closer look, because hidden among the ordinary might be an extraordinary treasure. The 1989 D. Lincoln penny has already made history for its unbelievable value and for the life-changing fortune it has brought to a few lucky finders. Maybe, just maybe, the next one will be in your pocket right now. In the world of coin collecting, there are treasures hiding right in plain sight in your pocket change, and one of the most astonishing and unbelievable finds could be sitting in your hand right now. The 1970 Lincoln penny, a simple 1-cent coin that many people overlook, could secretly be worth an incredible $7.7 million. That is not a typing error, not a trick, not a fantasy, but the reality for a rare and valuable variety of this humble coin. Now, before you think this is just another coin story, let me take you on a journey to understand exactly why this particular penny could turn an ordinary person into an overnight millionaire. Picture this: you are at the store, you hand over a few coins to pay for a small purchase, and one of those coins, the copper-colored penny you barely glance at, is actually worth more than most luxury houses and cars combined. The person behind the counter hands it back to you as change, and you drop it into your pocket without a second thought. That is how close some people have come to holding their fortune in the palm of their hand. The 1970 Lincoln penny is part of a series struck at both the Philadelphia and San Francisco mints, but here is where things get interesting. In 1970, a small number of pennies produced at the San Francisco mint carried a rare and unusual doubling on the date. This error, known among collectors as the 1970s double die adverse, is a striking mistake where the numbers on the date and certain letters in the inscription appear doubled to the naked eye. The doubling is crisp, clean, and unmistakable on genuine examples. The rarity of this error, combined with the fact that many people never noticed it, means only a few survive in mint condition. But rarity is just the beginning. The condition of a coin is the lifeblood of its value. A 1970 penny in average circulation may still only be worth a cent, but a perfectly preserved example certified by a professional grading service in top condition can skyrocket to jaw-dropping prices. And when I say jaw-dropping, I mean the kind of price that can change a life. The record auction for one such coin sold for an astonishing $7.7 million, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever known. Why does it command such a high price? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, demand, and collector obsession. Coin collectors, sometimes called numismatists, will pay massive sums for pieces that complete their sets or represent unique moments in minting history. The 1970s double-die penny is one of those pieces. It is a coin that tells a story, a mistake from the mint that slipped through quality control, a survivor of decades of pocket change circulation, and a secret millionaire hiding in a copper coat. Finding one of these coins might feel impossible, but it is not. People have discovered valuable coins in the most unexpected places, from old jars of change in the kitchen to small forgotten boxes in attics and basements. Every time you Receive a penny dated 1970, especially if it bears the small S mint mark beneath the date. You should stop and take a closer look. Use a magnifying glass and check the numbers carefully. If you see a clear doubling on the date, especially the 70 in the word liberty or in God we trust, you may just be holding the key to a fortune. Now imagine the moment you realize what you have. You send the coin off for authentication and grading. Your hands tremble when you open the report and see it in bold letters: top grade mint state 1970s double die. The next step is the auction room. Bidding starts in the thousands, then tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands, until the number flashes on the screen: $7.7 million. The room falls silent, your heart pounds. You have just become a millionaire, all because you paid attention to a single coin in your change. The lesson here is simple: never underestimate the power of small things. A penny may seem insignificant, but in the world of rare coins, that single cent could be worth more than gold, more than diamonds, more than almost anything you could imagine. The 1970 Lincoln penny is living proof that luck, preparation, and a little knowledge can completely change your destiny overnight. So the next time you hold a penny in your hand, do not dismiss it as pocket change. It could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth, your lucky break, your millionaire moment. And remember the story of the 1970 penny that made history, because maybe, just maybe, the next record-breaking coin will be found by. In the world of coin collecting, there are rare treasures hiding right in plain sight, treasures that can turn ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Imagine holding a small copper coin from your pocket and discovering that it could be worth more than a mansion. Imagine a single cent changing your life forever. This is not just a dream for some lucky people, it has already become a reality, and today we are talking about one of the most unbelievable stories in United States coin history: the 1977 Lincoln penny that sold for a staggering $7.5 million. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for more than a century. Introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, over the decades millions upon millions of pennies have passed through our hands. But what makes the 1977 penny so special? The truth is that most 1977 pennies are only worth their face value, but a few extremely rare varieties and errors exist, and those are the ones that can make you rich overnight. One such penny shocked the entire numismatic world. When it surfaced at a major coin auction, it looked like an ordinary 1-cent coin to the untrained eye, but upon closer inspection, experts realized they were looking at one of the rarest minting mistakes in history. The coin had been struck on a different planchet than normal, creating a unique metal composition and an unmistakable visual difference. The edges were sharper, the details were unusually bold, and the surface gleamed with a luster unlike any regular penny. The owner of this penny had no idea what they were holding. They had kept it in a small jar of coins for years, thinking it was just spare change. It was only when a local coin dealer noticed something unusual about its weight and shine that the truth began to unfold. The coin was sent for professional grading and authentication, and the results were jaw-dropping. This was a one-of-a-kind 1977 Lincoln penny, and collectors were ready to fight for it when it finally went to auction. The bidding war was intense. Wealthy collectors from around the globe joined in, determined to own this piece of history. The price climbed higher and higher until the hammer fell at an astonishing $7.5 million. That single cent instantly became one of the most valuable coins in American history. So how can you find one of these life-changing pennies? It starts with knowing what to look for. First, always check the date and mint mark on your coins. For 1977, there are rare proof errors and off-metal strikes that are highly sought after by collectors. Second, examine the coin under good lighting. A rare error penny will often have unusual coloration, missing details, doubled lettering, or an incorrect weight. Finally, if you find something suspicious, never spend it. Instead, take it to a trusted coin dealer or send it to a professional grading service. Think about it: you might have a coin sitting in your home right now that could make you a millionaire. These rare finds are still out there, hiding in circulation in old jars and dusty drawers, and even in change you get at the store. Every coin has a story, and the 1977 Lincoln penny proves that even the smallest piece of metal can carry a fortune. This is why coin collectors and treasure hunters always say, keep your eyes open and your coins close. You never know when luck will strike. The next time you hear the clink of a penny in your pocket, remember, it could be more than just spare change. It could be your ticket to a brand new life, 1 cent at a time.